Okay, so now we're on a forest road demonstrating how to measure horizontal distances. Me and Forest Tech Colucci are going to be measuring the width of this road for if you have to put in a culvert. Remember, we are not land surveyors, so the precision and accuracy of our measurements doesn't have to be as close. This is for rougher general forestry work. So instead of having total stations and all sorts of other instruments, these are basic measurements you can take with a compass and tape measure. So Mike is going to take my end of the tape. He's going to walk to the first point we're measuring. He's going to brace the tape against his knee as a reference point. That way we know where his foot is about where we're measuring to. I'm going to walk across the other side of the road, brace it against my knee, pull tight. 14 feet, 1/10. Now that is only for horizontal measurements without correcting for slope. That measurement was the measurement. Of course, if we were on a steep slope, we'd be taking a slope measurement, and then we'd have to do some trigonometry to figure out what the horizontal distance was, but that, again. Continuing on with taking distance measurements using a diameter tape, logger's tape, or any other sort of tape measure out in the field, we're going to be covering how to break tape. You got to be able to break tape when you're taking measurements greater than the length of your tape measure. And there's a couple of calculations you have to know to calculate the horizontal distance when you're measuring on a slope. So, in this example, me and Arcilio are doing a road survey. We have one flag marked. I'm going to hand Arcilio my tape. He's going to be the rear chain. He's going to tear 1 foot, so he's going to have the plumb bob string on the 1 foot mark. I'm going to walk to where I want to take our next measurement. For this example, I think we're going to do 50 sloped feet, so since he's tearing 1 foot, I'm going to go to the 51 foot mark on my tape with my plumb bob, hold the plumb bob string over 51 feet. We're going to pull the tape tight with roughly 10 pounds of force. I'm going to steady my plumb bob, hold it up a bit so it has some distance to fall. All right, Arcilio, you ready?
Yep.
All right, pull tight. Mark. Now that plumb bob is at 51 feet. I'm going to take my pin flag and stick it right where that plumb bob was. Oh, got my string up in my tape. That's no big deal. Now, we're going to have to calculate percent slope to do some trigonometry. So, with our clinometers, we're going to cover this instrument more later on. We're going to shoot at each other, sight each other, my bad. Alrighty, Arcilio, I'm reading 13%.
13%.
We're going to record those numbers, and I'm going to show you the math. Alrighty, now time to do some math. Now remember, guys, this is forestry. You're out in the field. You're allowed to cheat. Make a cheat sheet of your trigonometry. Make a cheat sheet of your measurements formula. Save you a lot of headache. So, now to go over the math. Take out your handy dandy surveyor calculator. You can use any old calculator, but at the Ranger School, this is what we use. So, we're going to enter in 0.13. That was our percent slope. We are going to take the tan of that. Then we're going to take the cosine of that number. Enter that in, and then we're going to multiply that value by our slope distance. So we're going to enter in 50 feet, multiply it. So to convert that slope distance to a horizontal distance, we end up with 49.58 feet. And to repeat that again, you enter in your percent slope as a decimal, and tan, you take the cosine of that, and then multiply that value by your slope feet. To continue on with our survey, we are going to record that horizontal distance of 49.58 feet. Handy dandy notepad. Rear chain is going to come forward to where the head chain was. Take the old pin flag, and we'll repeat the process. Rear chain is going to take the tape, tear 1 foot. I'm going to take our next measurement. I want to take a 40-foot measurement, so again, I'm going to go to the 41-foot mark. Take my plumb bob, hold the plumb bob string at 41 feet. Since Ercilio is tearing 1 foot, this is a 40-foot slope measurement. We're going to pull the tape tight. I'm going to drop the plumb bob to mark 40 feet. I'm going to place the flag where the plumb bob rests. Having some tape malfunctions. And then we're going to repeat the process with our clinometers. Stand over the points. And then get a percent measurement, slope percent measurement. Cilio, I'm reading 11. What are you reading?
11%.
11%. We're going to record that and then repeat this process through the course of our survey.